This is the new American media.
Thanks, George Torwell, for manifesting direct from this memory hole of history to impress on us these messages. We're told we need safety, which is precious, yes, but can a society that can enforce all its laws ever progress? Hindsight shows that many figures guilty of thought crime turned out to be luminaries and heroes before their time. But if a surveillance state had reigned then in this form and design, just think of all the progress we may have all been denied. Could lobbies for women's or gay rights have appeared and thrived? Would revolutionary ideals have materialized? Would science have pioneered or even survived if every word had been monitored by thought police and spies? Big Brother brings chilling effects, freezing our collective hopes. He doesn't protect our safety, but protects the status quo and threatens this internet, the one channel yet uncontrolled, whose openness we are now called upon to effect and uphold.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the new American media. This is Agree to Disagree. I'm going to be your host today, Brian Engelman. Hello. Hello there. How is life? That was Juice Media Rap News 15. Big Brother is watching. Go check them out. They make fantastic videos, especially on YouTube, where you can see all the production value they put into it. Just wonderful stuff. I connected with the guys, made sure they were cool with us playing this music, and they definitely appreciate it. I think that's just an amazing piece of work there. But it's another amazing week over here. You got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Are we building a militarized police force domestically? Is that legal? We're going to play you a clip of a gentleman that would tend to say so. We're going to talk about Michael Hastings. Was he investigating CIA Director John Brennan when he was killed? When he had a one-car accident with a tree that was not damaged, as eyewitnesses reported explosions prior to the crash site. He was doing 115 miles an hour down a side street. FBI admitting that it had documents on Hastings. We'll talk about that. Egypt, Rand Paul, Muslim Brotherhood. What if there was a Baptist Brotherhood or a Catholic Brotherhood, and they went around just killing people that weren't abiding by their dogma? Would we tolerate that here? Why are we funding it there? I don't get it. We're going to talk about it. Reggie Love and spades. Captain America, Mr. President, during the Osama bin Laden raid. There are some people that question the validity of whether that ever actually happened or not, and our guest co-host today, Blake Walley, might be one of those people. I'm open to the concept. I wasn't there. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know, you know. There are known unknowns and unknown unknowns, says Donald Rumsfeld, quite incoherently, but it actually makes a lot of sense. Was President Obama calling all the shots, and is he responsible for killing bin Laden, or was he playing 15 games of spades? Spades take a long time to play. That's not like, aha, cool, hey, game 2. This stuff takes a long time. 15 games. I can't be in there watching. I can't be in there watching this. Reggie, let's go play some spades. Then jaunt off to Martha's Vineyard. Anyway, we'll talk about that. Ashton Kutcher, did you hear the little speech that he gave? It was good. You know, I think doing that Steve Jobs movie that's coming out with Ashton Kutcher, I think it woke something up in him. That entrepreneurial spirit. Sorry, sometimes words get caught, and that one did. Entrepreneurial spirit. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm going to play that for you coming up. I'm going to talk about Matt Damon, what he was saying about Barack Obama. If you haven't caught this yet, you might not believe it coming from a Hollywood leftist. Well, and I like Matt Damon, too. Matt Damon. From the Team America World Police movie, if you don't know why I just did that so stupidly. No, I like Matt Damon, and he had a really good similar line on the NSA. Actually, that's a good thing. I will pull those up and play those back to back, because I think it's important. Because Matt Damon is a very sharp character. From Good Will Hunting, there's a quote. It's pretty amazing. We might as well just play that for you. Alex Jones taking on MSNBC, a whole bunch of unsubstantiated claims and attacks. This is good. This is good because I've been attacked by the media before, albeit small potatoes on a college campus, and sometimes you got to punch the bully right in the teeth. You got to come right back at him, stand up, and be like, really, you're gonna make all these accusations on air, slander and libel, backed with what? Okay, let's go. Rodeo clown, come on, rodeo clown, love it. So we're gonna talk about all these things with special guest Blake the Eccentric Walley. We'll announce what Blake does when he gets back on the program so that he can hear me doing it. We'll bring him in now. Blake, welcome back to the program. You're live, sir. And this is not our first rodeo. I was just talking on the intro about rodeo clowns and realized this ain't our first rodeo, pal. You've been on this program on Agree to Disagree quite a few times in the past. But how are you doing specifically today, sir?
Oh, just excellent today, Brian. It's been quite the heavy news day, so that's always exciting.
Fantastic. Well, we have so many places to go with the stories today. I think we should just get right into it. But first, I just want to let everybody know Blake is a radio host, and there's a whole bunch of ways to stay connected with Blake. Number one, follow him on Twitter. He's at Eccentric99. He's always finding very interesting, relevant stories at Eccentric99. His homepage, if you've never been there, you should check it out. It's at go to eccentricperspective.com. Blake is the radio host of Eccentric Perspective on freedomizerradio.com every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday from noon to 1:30 p.m. Pacific, and you can download his podcast on iTunes by searching Eccentric Perspective. So, Blake, let's start things off. We have all these stories, and I kind of did a little promo for the audience in advance here, and I'm just trying to figure out where do we want to start. We have so many different stories. I'm just going to go dealer's choice. I got the one starred that I'm going to spend a little extra attention on. Where would you like to start?
Well, you know what? I don't think this is worthy of necessarily being the headline story, but since you did make a reference to the rodeo, I
Yes.
pulled up a story, and and I just wanted to say, because I'm looking at this headline here, the number one issue facing Americans today is, of course, rodeo clowns. So this is one of the best articles, I think, that summed up the rodeo situation this week. Although Stephen Colbert did a good job talking about this as well. But we'll start here out of the D.C. trawler. Not saying it's worthy, but just to get it out of the way, because it's one of the big stories. You wingnuts are obsessed with all these phony scandals, massive NSA surveillance, IRS harassment of conservatives, the minor issue of a United States ambassador being murdered by terrorists in Benghazi, and the Obama administration lying about it at every turn in a failed attempt to distract us from what really matters. Impudent rodeo clowns, yes. So by now we all know about this enemy of the state, repulsive. It's racist because Obama is black and racism is bad. This thought criminal probably thought he got off light, merely being fired and banned for life from performing in Missouri. But the good guys aren't done with this creepy-ass cracker yet. And, of course, we go into the NAACP response.
Man.
They've gone a little bit overboard with this. It started out as just a happy little publicity stunt, and how about an edgy publicity stunt? And then it just turned into this huge national story. And, some people think it's just a distraction from the scandals. You know, you're talking about, hey, Obama, this, the IRS thing, the NSA thing, Benghazi, and all of a sudden, hey, look at the rodeo clown. It's a big racial thing. It's like a big Klan rally going on. We better start doing something about this. Of course. Yeah,
and so how did that equate to a Klan rally? Where did that quote come from? Because I've heard that a few different times now.
There was a family there, I believe, who were not white, and they were like, "Oh my God, this was like a Klan rally or something." That's how we felt, like they've been there before. I'm not ripping on it. I know, obviously, that would probably be an uncomfortable situation.
Why? But hold on. Why would that obviously be an uncomfortable situation?
Well, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't even say the word obvious. I guess if you were
wouldn't that have been equally uncomfortable for every white person there, since the president's half black and half white? Or no, because
you know what? That's a good point. Because depending on that is true. You know what? If he is half black or half white, then that is a good point, Brian.
Well, I just, I don't understand it. I don't get,
Well,
had they been dropping
to many Klan rallies before, and it made them feel the exact same way, and it triggered those old memories.
I don't mean to laugh about Klan rally because I've never been to one, and you and I, Blake. Now I can't speak for you 100%. I can speak to 99%, but I don't know. Come on,
I'm from suburban Minnesota, Brian. There's pretty much a Klan rally every weekend. Just depends on
in Lake Wobegon over in Minnesota where you're at. The picturesque
Lake Minnetonka,
Mayberry. And I've never been to a Klan rally, and I don't mean to make light of stuff like that. But now it's not like the rodeo clown was dropping N-bombs or something, making something so uncomfortably racist. We're like, wow. Now, you and I think would be having a totally different conversation today had this rodeo clown or the announcer been dropping N-bombs about let's cheer on this bull to bring down that N-bomb. And I mean, if this were one of those things, Blake, come on, what would you and I say? Wouldn't we say, wow, that was incredibly racist, horrible garbage. I'm glad they fired that guy. Wouldn't you and I both say that if that was the case?
Yes, especially if it was somebody that did get run over by a bull and everybody was all cheering on, get that N-word, something like that.
Or a chant was going on, like they were encouraged to chant, get that N-bomb.
Oh my God, who videotaped that and put it on YouTube? Oh my God, we're ruined. Yeah.
Well, okay, you remember when the Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver, he was recently at a Kenny Chesney concert, and he dropped in N-bombs, and I'll fight all of the, and everyone went, whoa, dude, whoa, what the heck are you, what's wrong with you?
That's a weird story, Brian, because at first I was totally defensive of him because, you get drunk, you do stupid things, and then somebody records it to YouTube, and they kind of made a big deal out of it. But then I got an interesting line out of Red Eye the other day, and they were saying, how many black people are really at a Kenny Chesney concert? So wait a second. Yeah, that was kind of a weird deal. That might deserve an explanation.
Yeah, I mean, if that were the case, you know what? And I'm sorry, we're just going to have to play it so you can understand what we're talking about. This is Eagles wide receiver Riley Cooper. To compare the difference to what there was not going on with the rodeo clown.
I will jump that fence and fight every nigger here, bro.
I don't know if you caught that. One more time.
I will jump that fence and fight every nigger here, bro.
Don't understand it. Don't get where that's coming from.
year-old is drunk somewhere, and he's used to maybe hearing that word around him on the football field and stuff like that. I can kind of give him a pass, but it is a little bit weird that you bring it out at a Kenny Chesney concert, because now it's like, wait a second, this is a country western act. I don't know how many black people are there, or if they're actually, being in Vegas, the rodeo comes here every year for a couple of weeks. It's a big deal. I don't really find that the black folks of the rodeo are exactly very threatening or something like that. So it is a little bit peculiar, and in light of that fact, it does maybe deserve an extra explanation on that. But,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Blake. I'm saying this rodeo clown was who wants to see? You have an unpopular president. You had we showed a side by side of a I think it was and I haven't confirmed it, but it was a black rodeo clown with a Hillary Clinton mask on from back in the day. And how many effigies did you see burned? Could you imagine a burning effigy of President Barack Obama? Talk about a Klan rally. You would never hear the end of it. You saw burning Bush effigies nonstop for about 7 years. On the left, about 5 years straight, burning effigies of President Bush. But that's not. I'm getting tired of everything. What does racist even mean? It means you don't like somebody. Well, I didn't like George Bush and his policies. That didn't make me racist against him. Well, I don't like President Barack Obama and his policies. Well, you're racist. Oh, of course, of course. Then that makes total sense. I'm just so tired of hearing this as the knee-jerk reaction to everything. I didn't hear what Eagles wide receiver Riley Cooper. The reason I played it was to show you the difference. Had this rodeo clown or the announcer been saying garbage like that, I would be on this program denouncing him right now. But I didn't hear that. I just, who wants to get the... yeah. Okay, you don't want to encourage violence, but seriously, this is a rodeo clown at a bull fighting... I mean, you're riding bulls, not fighting bulls. well, you're fighting to stay on and not get knocked off. But I mean, this is a bullfight or a rodeo. It's
Right.
it's a rodeo. It's a clown. They're clowning around. They're not legitimately calling for violence to the president, where you need to bring the Secret Service in to investigate. Are they really planning a domestic? They may be planning a domestic attack with the rodeo clowns. So we've launched a full investigation, pausing Fast and Furious, bringing Eric Holder on to divert all of our resources away from the Trayvon Martin trial to investigate this. I mean, it's not serious, Blake. It's not serious. Riley Cooper, that was ugly.
All the clowns are going to go through sensitivity training now, and that's no joke.
They should go through pedophile screening, to be honest. But yeah.
Banned for life. Yeah, the left is using racism when it's convenient for them as a political weapon against anybody who criticizes the dear leader. And it's really just setting us back, if anything. So it's creating that double standard.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. We're going to change the format of the program. We're going to do a bunch of quick hits on a couple of different stories. We're going to come back on the other side. Make sure you follow Blake in all those ways that I mentioned earlier. Make sure you follow us at the New American Media as well. Good times. We're going to hit a quick reset, and we'll come right back on the other side. We'll bring up another one of our awesome top news story extravaganza, bonanza, buffet, fiesta, siesta, what have you, stories that we found this week here on the TNAM Radio Network on Agree to Disagree.
You are listening to the New American Media.